Welcome to ESO 101. I'm Daggerfall, and today we're going to be doing some power leveling with one of my crafting alts. So I keep quite a few crafting alts, and I do have one main character that I like to play, but every once in a while I like to spend some skill points and get a little bit of an advantage without having to sacrifice my combat skills on my main character. So I have a provisioning alt, I have an enchanting alt, and in order to get skill points on these alts, which are mainly non-combat, without spending a lot of time getting gear, grinding low-level mobs, what I'll do is go through some of the quests or Skyshards. And today we're going to go through the main Zone 1 quest for Glenumbra and the Daggerfall Covenant. In order to get this quest to trigger, we can wait for a dog named Giblets to approach us, or we can come directly to this body. If we investigate this body on our own, it's going to direct us to read a note. This note has a shopping list. Shopping list directs us to a grocer, a tailor, and a florist. Let's go ahead and see them. So the purpose of power leveling in these alts is to get some extra skill points that I don't want to spend on my main character by taking these alts through a couple of real quick quests and getting skill points out of the main quest lines for the zone, first zone, not the starter zone, the first main zone. This lets me save a lot of time and heartache on my main character. So for anybody that's a completionist that would like to see and read this dialogue, I'll encourage you to do that on your own, but for the purposes of this today I'm going to show you what a non-combat alt can really take care of in a very short amount of time. Now I could grind up levels, I could take this, I think it's a level 6 alt I'm on right now, I could take them out into the wilderness, find some bosses, bring them through some dungeons, but really I'd be doing the same thing that I'm doing on my main character, and that's not the goal of what I want to do. My real goal with this alt is just to get skill points, pure and simple. Now, there's another very easy way to do this, and that's to get to Cyrodiil and begin the PvP questline. I will eventually get there, but since I'm only level 6, I can't actually go to Cyrodiil yet. Technically, I could if I had somebody in my guild that I could teleport to, but we're going to try this the fair way. Let me pull this up. Captain Arson. I'm going to go ahead and get that quest marker active. We're going to go see the captain. Right now we're just making these few quick stops here, and about maybe 2 minutes into this, we're already about a fifth of the way through this entire quest line to getting our first skill point. Now there is a little bit of combat involved, but generally speaking, since I already have a horse purchased for my main character, I can just run right past most low-level mobs. There's a couple of crescent people that are going to try to attack me here, but I can mainly ignore them and just keep going.
Welcome to the dead.
Alright, there's a guy named Roy, he's dead. People are chasing me, I don't care, I'm just going to run away. There's a lot of secondary quests laying around, I don't really care to take those because they're not going to get me a skill point. What's going to get me a skill point is this main quest line here. Need to go speak to this orc woman. She's going to send me upstairs to go find who I'm looking for. And again, there could be some mobs up here. He's going to run.
Help me. I've been discovered. Don't let them get me.
Easy enough. These are, I think, scaled to level 3, so even my low-level alt's not going to have any trouble at all vanquishing anybody in here. Alright, found some clues about the plot. This is going to send me into this building, which is normally locked, quest locked. I think I went the long way around here. And again, we really don't care very much about what's going on in here.
Kill the intruder.
As you can see, I haven't bothered to level any of my combat skills whatsoever. The only thing I'm using is the free Soul Trap ability, just for a little bit of damage over time, and then I just use Sword and Board so I have a little extra sustainability since I'm not increasing my health at all, and these alt characters just increasing their stamina so they can run longer. I'm a little bit squishy. Also, I'm using pretty crappy armor, just whatever I can pick up and loot and find. I'm not bothering to buy any armor, certainly not for gold, and any of the higher level armor I might find would just get deconstructed anyways by the appropriate crafting alt. So we're headed back up to the castle again. Now we're actually, at this point, almost done with this quest. Getting our first skill point. And really, if you power through, you don't bother to read the dialogue, and you just keep grinding this, you can get through the entire quest line for Zone 1 within probably about, I'd say about a half hour. Maybe a little bit longer. This character's already adventured through the countryside quite a bit. So when I do get to the point where I need to get to the next
I don't worry about the future. It'll be here soon enough.
I need to get to the next portion of the map to find the next portion of the quest. I'll just use the way shrine to get there. Alright, so let's take a guess at which ship this is going to be in. I'm going to guess jump downstairs by accident. Okay, let's get back up here.
If it's not worth my time,
Probably look for the stairs this time. Excellent. I'm not sure if this is randomly generated, which of the two ships the Red Rook assassins are actually housed in. But you have to look for these suspicious looking crates. There's one.
your king is already dead.
Alright, that was easy enough. Enter the Daggerfall Castle. We're going into the last phase of this quest, where we meet the king and confront the assassin. Some people are getting their birthday cake down here. I'm logging in on the 2nd anniversary of ESO Online. There's a cake promotion where you can get double XP. Let me see if I have that activated for my character. That's actually... Yep, I do. Activate it, so... I would absolutely not burn an XP scroll or potion on my crafting alts, but I will take free cake. And maybe I'll even gain a level on this journey here, although I think I'm pretty far away. Yeah, I've got a ways to go. Not sure that's going to happen this trip. When you're sprinting with your horse, like I constantly do, you can run out of stamina and continue to sprint, unlike when you're on foot. The only drawback to that is if there happen to be enemy mobs around and they hit you with a ranged attack, then it will knock you off your horse immediately and you'll have a stun period, which is a little bit annoying. Let's go. So when you confront the king, you're going to have some more low-level mobs that show up and try to attack. They're endless. You can actually use this to grind a little bit of experience. So if you are interested in leveling your character, this is a great place to do it. I believe they come 2 at a time. I think they're scaled to level 4. So you can grind these mobs all the way up until level 8 and receive experience for killing them. They come constantly, you don't need to move, and if you have any sort of area attack, then you're going to be doing very well for yourself to just grind that out and gain a quick level. Let's see what things are waiting around while they talk here. Oop. Here we go. It's time. Alright. Alright. That's my cue. Exit stage left. We're going to go upstairs and protect the king. Got somebody chasing me here. I'm going to take him out before I get into the boss fight. He's gone.
A lizard.
Alright, here we go.
No one will stand in Angoff's way.
This really isn't a difficult fight. He doesn't have a lot of tricks he pulls out. Just keep my damage over time up. Block anything obvious that he does. Although this guy doesn't tend to do power attacks. All done. So I've got some pretty good experience. Let's see if those greaves are better than what I'm wearing, because I scavenged all my armor. Greaves 157, not really.
This isn't easy for me to say, but
The helm's
I
not
want to
better either.
apologize for ignoring
And now,
your
all we do is wait for him to stop yakking at each other, and we're going to gain our skill point.
Apologize if I was impertinent in my duty. Not at all.
Everything inside this castle is free. You won't get any sort of bounty for stealing. There we go, we got a free recipe.
Any support the Watch or the Knights can provide.
Of course. We'll do whatever we can to help find Angoff and determine his motives. All of Daggerfall stands behind our hero.
My turn? Hey, I found a crafting motif, excellent. That's worth about probably 150-200 gold at the guild store. Alright, King.
It would seem that the cap.
Alright. I've gotten a nice weapon, I may use that instead of what I'm currently carrying. Gained 2,102 experience, which is excellent. There's my skill point. So, that's already spent. I'm going to be using that as soon as I'm done, but for now, that's the introductory quest to gain a skill point in Daggerfall Covenant. Again, there's 2 more to be gained, and those quests are about as easy as this one. Final battle against the big bad for this zone can be a little bit more difficult, but I believe in that case it's in a group dungeon, so you can actually take them down with somebody else, and it's not too bad. So this is Daggerfall for ESO 101. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.